Hi everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad y'all could come and join me today. I'm going to be very honest. I have absolutely no idea what we're going to be doing. I know that as people come in, we're going to start chatting. And other than that, I'm going to be talking about some of the journals the top journal back in front of the cover of journals that I have done, and any ideas of what can be done with them. So right now, I'm just going to wait a little bit and see if anybody comes into chat so we can talk and hopefully get some work going. Thank you for coming in again. And let's just take a quiet little second here. Okay, let's just go ahead and get started. I have been working on some postcards. I was part of the 31-day challenge from Carrie Griffith, and it ended today. And I am, part of me is so happy that it's over with. But another part of me is disappointed because there was so much artwork out there to see. So many people put some beautiful things out there. And if you would just go into YouTube and put in, you know, go into Jelly, Jely, postcard play, it is throughout the internet. The response from what I've been hearing is from others is outrageous, in the hundreds of people, if not more, people who were involved with it, who picked it up and put it on their channel and something they were doing live. I wish I'd have thought about that, but I didn't. Um, so I'm very happy with it. I was able to do 31. I didn't do them one day at a time. I just could not do that. Once I got started, I was on. So I did about 15, maybe not that many in one day, maybe about 10 in one day, and then kind of spattered it out throughout the time frame. But it was a good challenge. I'm looking forward for more. I think it challenged me and it challenged other people to do this. I did go through a kind of a flip through of those cards last Monday. Excuse me, this past Monday. So I'm not going to do that again. I'm just going to let you see what I have been doing. If you had, just to let you know that we are doing a postcard kind of like a swap in Beth's mixed medium group, and so I'm really happy that I'm going to be part of that. And this is what I'm working on to send to the ladies right here. One of the ladies I get. It was very simple. It's just on a regular 4x6 postcard. Um, from where I had gotten the printables to print this out, and then I put it on a index card, 4x6 index card, and then I just put some decorations on it. I went through with some had my ink pads and kind of splattered it around a little bit, and then chose what I want to put on it. And that's how simple some cards are. There were some that were so, I don't even know have the words to explain how difficult they looked at being done, and watching some of the videos and seeing how actually it really wasn't that hard. It was just there at the point where they can let go and just, it's kind of like let go, let God, and go for it. And they're able to do that with their artwork, and I haven't quite got there yet. Also, I was going to talk, like I said, I'm going to talk about the journal fronts and backs that I've been making. This is all, I have not made a journal. I don't think I've ever, quote unquote, made a journal, but this is one I'm working on, a front and back. When I put the 12 and a half by 12 and a half paper, 12 by 12 paper on the back of this box, I thought, oh, it should fit across. Well, it didn't. And then I didn't look at the layout of how it was going to fold. So me thinking this would be the front, not this. So I had this right here that I had to add to it. What it is, it's double-sided, so I just flipped that over and used this. I will be putting something over with lace or some type of fabric or something like that. Again, it's just open. Um, I'm going to be using rubber bands with these. Let me see if I have another one that I've done. This is another one that I've done. Again, rubber bands. Let me get them rubber bands. The paper is coming up from this, so I'm going to have to work on it a little bit. Right there. Get some more glue on there. But like I said, it's just a box. I went in with some very thick, I want to say it was cardstock, but it was heavy duty cardstock. And I put it on the front and back and then also cut an edge, the center of it. Hi, hi, Doretha. How you doing? I'm having problems talking today, so excuse me. But what we're doing today, Doretha, is it's going to kind of be like a chat and seeing what I'm up to and seeing if y'all have any ideas and whatnot. I'll be honest with you, I don't know why I'm even on. I don't have anything going on. But I thought, you know what, let's just jump out there and see, what everybody else has got going on. What I'm talking about right now is some journal covers that I have made. I really do not have a journal, about quote unquote journal. I have done the tops and the fronts, the tops and bottoms like this, and this is just a box. I want to say this was a box of, I think it was protein bars or something like that. I've seen people use cereal boxes and stuff, and I covered it with cardstock. So the big paper, the 12 by 12 paper, got it covered with that. Then I went because I put this backing on it as far as being inside. I put this heavy cardstock. I went ahead and sewed down the regular cardstock around it and then put in the inside to where you don't see where I sewed. But I am using rubber bands. I am sure it's going beautifully, Doretha. It is so much fun. Just realize there's no wrong way in gel plating. All you're doing is you're putting some paint on there. You're putting a stencil on there. You're even putting the paper, then putting the paper down, or you're putting your ink first or your ink second. Your paint first or second. That's the best way I can describe it is what I did. Paint first or second, and then you go from there. You either put your stencil down and put paint on it and roll it out, or you put your paint on your gel plate, roll it out, and put your stencil down. The best thing about stencils is you have to, after you get them done, you have to get them off quickly and put them on something to make sure they stay clean. And just play with it. It took me a while to be able to get, okay, the timing. There's kind of like a timing to do things. I will, have you seen me do some of my pulls, Doretha, with the stencils and such? I thought you were here one week when I was doing that. If not, I will do it again next Friday. Hello, Angel. How you doing? Nice to see you. We're discussing gel plating, and Doretha's just started gel plating, doing her printing, and she feels like she's not doing very well. And I told her, you get started. It's just fun. But also, I was talking about my journal front and backs that I'm using. I used a box, and I covered it with cardstock. And I've got 3, if not 4, done like this, to where I'm using rubber bands instead of poking the holes. I'm not sure how to do that. That's why I'm using rubber bands. The reason they're like this and don't have anything going on with them is because I've never done one. I have never actually put paper in one. I have made things to go into it. I have made pockets. I have made card, little pull cards. I have made, ATCs to go in there, and such like that, but I haven't actually been been able to get one totally together. Like I told Aretha, this was red is actually very thick cardstock. So I put it together for this one. And then I did the same concept with scrapbook paper. Did the same thing on this one, but it wasn't long enough, so I added this piece here, thinking that it would be on the back, but it's not. It's on the front. So what I'm going to do, all I have to do is pull the paper into signatures. That's where I'm coming into problems with, is folding those papers in. Like I said, I am using rubber bands for my, my my signatures. My thought is, okay, how long do I want my paper to be? Do I want to be, what paper do I want to use? Just your basic questions is where I'm at right now. Like I said, I know I have at least three, and then I have one more here. It's what I call my fabric journal. All it does is it holds my fabric. And I do have four, excuse me. I have 4 rubber bands, and I have the fabric under these rubber bands. I folded it in half and put it under these rubber bands. So there's a rubber band there. I'm having a feel for them. Here's a rubber band right right here. So it's fun. I had a good time with this one. I'm wishing that I felt comfortable enough to do what I did with the fabric for the paper. So that's just something. What I did is I went through all my fabric, and I picked the fabric that I thought was pretty, and that I thought, hey, you might use this in something. Why don't you put it aside to where you can go look? I can look through this and go, okay, I like this piece of fabric. Let's go ahead and pull it out and do something with it. And so that's what this journal. This is what I want. I don't even call it. It's just a book. That's what this book is for. Is for me to be able to go, oh, I like this. I'm going to be doing a rose journal. So I do know that a lot of this in here is going to be kind of with roses and whatnot, because I do know I'm going to be doing that. But I could do a flip through of this, just the different fabrics and different plays. I tend to like blues. You know what? I use your bead threader. I know for small ones you have to have that bead threader, but you can use different stuff. I know I used a very fine pin, a needle is what I use, just a fine embroidery needle, or there's even smaller ones than that, than the embroidery needles, and you can use those. I know I use that in just regular thread to work with beads. I have been known to use the beads on my fabric. I have the ability, I do have the tools to do beading and stitching on paper. If I want to, I do have the tools to do that, to make the holes to where, different, like cross stitch or, straight lines, or your blanket stitch. I have the tool that will actually put the holes into the paper for me to do that. And there may be a day that I should pull that out and show that. Probably, maybe sometime next week. I'm not sure. We'll look and see. But they're pretty inexpensive, Angel. Mm-hmm. Sometimes the needles are hard to use on seed beads. If you're using seed beads, those finding a needle that will actually go through the needle is really hard, and I know that. But I do have, like I said, I have a lot of different colors. I do a lot of different craft work. And my workroom, I have it's an 11 by 9 by 11 room for my craft room, and I have everything kind of sprawled out around me. Well, I've seen some of y'all, you have a smaller craft area, but yet you have everything that arms reach. Well, I don't. I have so many different things that I do that it's sprawled around the room. Hi, Teresa. How you doing? We're just chatting and playing. That's all that's going on. So jump on in here. Let's see what's going on. I'm showing them my fabric journal is what I'm calling it. It's just a journal that's holding pieces of fabric that I have found that I really like, and I'm going to use in a project. When I find one that I want to use it on. And you're going to see different types of material the same, because especially if they're in the same signature, they're going to come back up because they're being shared, like this one right here. This is the end of the signature. I like this flannel. It's really pretty, a purple, really pretty. Let's see. I like this. It has little wolves on it. I thought about sending a scrap of this to Beth, but she closed down her Fox book, so I'm not going. Okay, I won't do that. You can't see the eye of a needle. They do have those needle threaders that work, but they're hard for me to use. I do know that the bead threaders that are like the needle threaders that are used in sewing can be hard to put thread through also. So you just, need to do something, wanting to do something, you find a way to do it. So you think she's going to open that book back up? But all it is, let me pull this off this signature. Okay. All this fabric is some moons, stars, and little foxes. I'd like that for you so you can see it. I think she would like that. I just got her an envelope done up and closed up, but I will set this aside. I think they're little foxes anyway. They look like it. Let's see what y'all think. Let me get my thumb out of the way. There you go. They look like little foxes. I'll set that aside. And I know y'all weren't in here when I showed this, so I'll show it again. This is my latest postcard that I've done for the postcard swap we're doing. I did this morning. So that's ready to go whenever we get our names, which I think we get them tomorrow night, I think we get those names tomorrow night. This is some honey, some bees, and some lemons that I really like, so I set it in here. This is actually some tie-dyed fabric that I got. It's very, I don't even know if you can see the pattern in it. Let me get it up closer to the camera. There we go. It's like just little dots of it. And I just like it. It can blend well with anything and everything, so that's why I like it. You're going to be in the balcony, but Teresa, why? Why do you want to run off from me for? All right, I'll let you do it, but I don't like it. Don't like it at all. But like I said, they're just different cuts of fabric and pieces. Some of these, like here's a butterfly. Let me pull it out because I know that Beth has got a butterfly book going on. Let me pull this out and show you all that. And a dragon lightning bug. That's what we call it with lightning bugs. And butterflies and little toadstool. That's been cut a little bit, but not bad. This is the only piece of this fabric I've got. So I know that Cindy does fabric journals. As far as she makes them totally out of fabric. I would have to sit down with one of her streams and watch it very methodically, step by step how she does that, because I get lost, and especially when she goes to put holes in. Lightning bugs do not stink. They're cute. Well, they stink if you squish them, Teresa. If you don't squish them, they're cute. So I'm thinking very seriously because I have a lot of fabric, and mainly most of it is scraps. It's just and what crafters think of scraps and what quilters think of scraps is totally two different things. I think of scraps. For me, scraps are you squish all bugs. Teresa, you're a mess, Teresa. Love you, girl, but you're a mess. Squishing all those poor little bugs. But being a quilter also, when you cut scraps out, when you're cutting squares out and whatnot, I've never smelt a lightning bug either. Me either, Angel. I've never smelt one. It's not like a stink bug. You don't like bugs at all. They bug you. I can understand that, Teresa. I can. So I have scraps like little pieces, and I even have smaller pieces. I have pieces of fabric that are 1 inch by 1 inch squares that I have seen. Now I have seen Miss Janet Nash use tiny little pieces of fabric. I mean, these to her that I have in this little journal would probably, she's where I got this idea from, is because she uses tiny little bits of them. If I were ever caught what I could smell it, huh, Teresa? I don't know that I want to be smelling no bug. I mean, I like them. I don't want to get them to thinking, oh man, they stink. That would really be a bummer to me. You're a real bummer. I also like the feel of fabric. You'll see me sitting here talking, but you'll see my hand just kind of rubbing on the fabric. That's because each fabric has its own feel. This is kind of rough. And it's just, I'm not quote unquote understand fabric like, ooh, this is rayon and it feels like this. No, it's a piece of fabric. It's a little thick and I really like it. Those were stink bugs, Teresa. They weren't lightning bugs, they were stink bugs. You smash spiders, Angel? That's, yeah, spiders are kind of gross. They're cute though, some of them. Other ones of them are not cute. There are some that are really ugly looking. Scary looking, I should say, not ugly, scary looking. But like I said, I'm just going through the fabric. Um, I'm finding that I can add fabric to any. Ah, I found this quilt. Found a big quilt on auction, and they were piecing it out. What they did is they took it apart. They were taking all the squares apart, and were going to, in that auction, was going to sell them off as a block a piece. I said no, because the part of me thought, don't tear up a good quilt. Well, when I got it, I looked at it and I thought about it some more, and they'd already taken off. Well, I should not say taken off. They ripped off one whole row of the quilting. So what I did is I went ahead and took apart that piece that they'd ripped off. You call them fireflies. That's what they're called. We call them lightning bugs and fireflies. Yeah, that's what we did too, Teresa. So I did that, and what I did is on one of my postcards. Here we go. I actually put one of the blocks on there. So this is a block, a quilt block from that quilt that I put on a postcard. Now on this quilt, each of the blocks, I believe each one of them were done by a different person, and each of them signed this. This one block was done by Irene Wendell, Wiley, Irene Wiley. I was trying to read her writing, and it is dated October of '97. So some of them will have we'll have the name of who pieced it together, which is always fun. I like. So now you're going in the balcony and going to stay there. Okay, I'll let you, Teresa. I'll let you. You go ahead. So this is one of the postcards I will be sending out in the swap. I already know that. I've got quite a few more that I'm doing. So, But I do know I will be sending this one out. And if there's anything y'all would like to do, holler at me. And I'll tell you if I have the, if you're all wanting to do something, just tell me and we can get the stuff together. That's not a problem. You may not have me on, you may not see my hands for a little bit, but I'll still be chatting. I'll turn up my mic and make sure y'all can hear me. So, if there's something y'all want to do, let me know. Because I'll be more than happy to go through this fabric and take a look at it and see, the older pieces. Like this one's an older piece right here. These blue roses, I love blue roses. If anybody wants to know what Michelle really likes is I like pink pigs and blue roses and koala bears. Koalas, pink pigs, and blue roses. Roses actually of any color, but blue roses are my favorite. And there's some more roses right there in that piece. Another piece of rose material right here. This signature is really thick. What is that? I don't know what that is. Is that a flower? I don't know. I don't know what it is, Teresa. I'm not into, I don't know what they are. So I can't tell you if I like them or not. I'm just really into roses. I think, let me think of the name of them. Hold on just a second. Give me a second. Get my little brain going. Sunflowers are kind of happy flowers to me. Oh, they grow in bushes, but they don't have, like roses, they don't have the thorns on them. Well, how cool. Yeah, thorns hurt when you get jabbed with them. They do. I understand that. But like I said, this signature alone is, let me pull out here, is this thick. This signature is right here, that thick. And then the next one is, yeah, this one's that thick. This one's real thin because I had problems finding it. So it's real thin. Some more of the lemon paper, this backside of it, some other paper, some more fabric. I've got paper on my mind. So more than likely, I'm supposed to be playing with some paper. I just don't know what it is. I will tell you what I will do, though. I will put this aside. I will get out. I have a brand new stack of 12 by 12 paper that is ocean themed. Let me grab that and I will show that to y'all. Enchanted Ocean. I'll move this out of the way. There we go. Enchanted Ocean. It has so much. I made that one journal, this one right here, from the paper that is in part of this stack, this set, and it came with 8x8 cards, stickers. I got a few stamps with it. They were all separate, but they were all, to where that was what they were. But there's some cool stuff. Like I said, I used this piece of paper for that journal, and it's back. It's double-sided. So let me see if I can show you. Same page. Another page. I'll just flip it over after we get done with this. I'll flip it over. There's this one. Another page of that. I do like the dolphins. I think the reason I got this pad was because of how colorful it is. It is very, very colorful. The ocean really is soothing to me. If I want to really, really, really calm down, ocean waves will do it for me. Or going to the ocean and smelling the salt air will get me calm. But like I said, I got there were 3 of each of them. But so they're all different little. Let me run through this. There we go. There's this one. I love these turtles right here. Love them. Fell in love with them when I saw this page. Because the woman who sold them was showing the pages as, like I'm doing y'all. And so I'd see a page and go, oh, how cute. I can have this. So that's why I ended up with 12 by 12. Not that I needed it, mind you, but you need to make some more bead dangles, Teresa. Yeah, you go ahead. You ought to make some. Make some more. Is that one with octopus? The colors are just so pretty, is what I think. That's what drew me to this pad, is how pretty the colors are. The different shades of, some of them look pretty much the same, but yet the shading, the different colors are where they're different. You only have one left. You only have one bead dangle left? Did you show them how to make them when you on your channel, Teresa? I haven't been able to get to your channel. I'm not able to be on after 6. It's real hard for me to, I can jump in and see Beth for a little bit, but my husband's off work. And so I spend time with him when I'm not, not working. I'm sorry. I hate missing you. Hold on just a second. There we go. Forgot to shut my door, and my husband doesn't know that I'm on live unless I have my door shut. He'll come by and ask me questions. Here's this one. Little mermaid. It's just really cute right here. Oh, there's 3 of each. What's this one? That's cool, Teresa. Here's this with the seahorses, which I really like. You're off by the time Beth comes on. Yeah. Like I said, I do mine this kind of in mid-afternoon, for me, because it's 1:45 my time. I do it now because it's right after lunch, but not quite into the time when everybody's going to dinner or going home. And usually kids are taking their naps about this time because it's, it's around 12 East, 1:45 is around 12:45, Central Time. And I know it's even earlier in Pacific Time. Yeah, in your time, it's 2:18 out here, Teresa. So yeah, so I think it's a good time for me anyway. I usually don't stay on very long. Yeah, you're Central. I don't stay on very long, maybe an hour. I try to keep it less than an hour if I can. This is probably a very boring one because I just really could not wrap my head around what to do today. So it's kind of a chat and look at stuff type day. But so that is what I have to work with, is those papers. I do have my gel printing, my scrappy papers that I've been doing. As far as gel print plating goes, I have a lot of that stuff left over to make a journal with. I'm just not sure how to do it. I'm just not sure how to do it yet. But I'm learning to watch how other people do things and then tweak it to where it works for me. And that's pretty much, I think, how we all have to do that. Is that, we have to see how other people are doing something and then see how it will work for us. Because I know I gel plate and print differently than Doretha may print, or Teresa may print, or Angel. Y'all may print totally differently than I do. I I'm one of those. I'm very, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, oh well. I think we all have to have our inspirations, our people. I know that for me, one of my inspirations is because he's always brings his information down to where newbies can pick it up is Kerry Griffiths. He is so good. But he is good. If you need a little more advanced, Peel Martyr Studios is good. Um, Now, my problem is I know people's names, but I don't know what their channel is on YouTube. I know that is Darcy's Mixed Media Mayhem, I think. But yes, Butter, he is Butter. Dory, I'm sorry, honey. I'm gonna call you by your real name just because I think it's appropriate. Kerry is amazing. He he can do something and make it look so simple, and then you can try, and because of the way he's described it, you can do it. And I will do, knowing that you're having some problems with the gel plating. Why don't we plan on doing that uh, Friday? Let's just do that Friday. Let's do some prints with the stencils. I know I did one last week with the stamps. I did Monday with the stamps, and so we can go back to the stencils. I still am working on them and whatnot. So yeah, we can do that very very easily. And I'm sure there's a few more that would like to see how that's done. Hi, Tanya, how you doing? We're just sitting in here chatting and going over a few things, talking about maybe doing some gel printing come Friday. And I was going to do a Bible study, but the more I thought about it for today, the more I thought about it, the more I was like, no, I want to keep this just for artwork. That's perfect. $10 million trade for stencils. There you go. There you go. They clean up pretty much the same. Now you can buy some rather expensive ones, and but I don't see why bother. The cheapest ones I have are the best to clean up. You have to watch them. You're from New Zealand, goodness, girl, and you're up at 6:20. Lord love you. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. You probably love it out there in New Zealand. We're just talking about doing certain things. Like I said, we're going to be doing some gel printing Friday. Today is Wednesday. Yes, it is. Doing that Friday. And other than that, we've been talking about doing some more journals and how I have used cardstock to cover my journals, like everybody has seen. And then it got so small, it wasn't quite long enough to cover, so I flipped it over, one of them, and pieced it there. And I'm just going to cover that up with material or lace or something. And instead, I've told everybody, instead of poking the holes and putting the tie downs, whatever you use, I don't even know what it's called, but putting those, I use rubber bands for my signatures. So that's what I'm using. I have yet to put one together because I can't figure out. I mean, I figured out how to do my fabric one. It was real easy. I put 4 rubber bands on this, 4 rubber bands, and shoved fabric that I liked underneath them to keep them all in one place. So I could go through them and ah at them. And, when I get bored, pull them out and feel them and look at them and do all that stuff. So that's what this is about. And part of me is just sitting here going, you know what? That's what I have to do with the paper. Is just get it, cut it out, get it the size I need it. Do I use my gel paint? My gel painted paper? I don't know. Hi, Stephanie. How you feeling, girl? Hey, Steph. You feeling good? I hope so. We're just sitting in here talking, seeing what everybody's up to, and just you know, chatting about this and that. I was good. You came home yesterday. I am so glad. Glad you're home. Did you get the mail that I sent you? I think I said it last week, but my mail could take a week or two to get anywhere. I sent one to you and one with your name on, but it was for your sister. I put on the back that was for her. Were you able to get that? There. Let's see. Your mail goes to the main house of your farm, and you haven't collected it since you've had before you had surgery. Okay. Yeah, I can understand that, Steph. I bet you do. I bet you are just looking forward just to have a to calm down, be happy to be home, not in a hospital from your surgery. But we went through this pad of paper. It's the Enchanted Ocean one that I got to do some more of those journals, fronts and backs. Do these. I love doing this part of it. What's really weird, I love doing this. If y'all want me just to slap some paper on a box for you with some rubber bands and send it to you, let me know. I can stick it in a bag and go for it. Hey, Beth, I've been talking about you. Been talking about you. Today's kind of a gut free for all. I couldn't come up with anything to do, so it's a free for all. I'm just going after. I did show Teresa and them some fabric I found that you might like. Let me get it in the back in the camera. Little foxes, some stars. I was going through my fabric journal and the place where I keep all mine. Your ears were itching. That's why we were talking about you. That's exactly why. But I did make another card. I did make another card. Here it is. Y'all did the flip through Monday, I think, of the cards that we did. That I had done for the challenge for the 31 days, 31 cards. What am I making? I am making nothing because I got ready to. I was getting myself ready. What are we going to do today? What are we making? And I came up with an exact blank. Nothing. So I decided we'd just look at stuff, kind of, you know, keep things light and very chatty and just look through a few things, get ideas, and such. My workroom, I have a lot I could do, but it's a freestyle. There you go. That works. Um, I've got a lot I could do, but my workroom is, I'm in a 9 by 11 or is it 11 by 11? I don't know. My workroom's really a good sized room for a workroom. I've noticed that a lot of y'all's workspaces are really rather, your stuff is within reach where mine isn't. I'm not able just to go over, lean over here and get that, wall over here and get that. Mine is a rollover against a wall over, a wall over on this side over there. And then if I need something, then it's back there in the back. You go ahead and do that. I'll see you later. Thank you, Doretha. Thank you for coming in. So that's one of the problems I have is trying to figure out what to do. What do I feel like doing? And getting it's going to sound really hard, but I am in a wheelchair when I'm in my house. I pretty much stay in the wheelchair. So I can't put a table down the middle of my workroom and pile up stuff on that table that I may want to use. Everything is against the walls. That way I have a clear area for my chair to go in and work around. So that's one of my problems. If I want to do something, then I have to really move around, which I'm not sure how my mic is doing. That if I turn around, if you can still hear me or not. So that's something else that I have to look into. kind of watch out for. Uh, I know, Beth, that a lot of the stuff that I'm just now learning is learning to what the ins and outs of doing these lives. I was almost didn't do it. I almost decided no, I really don't have anything to go with, to do with, to think about. I just really can't do it. But with Beth saying start a glue book, I will be very honest, I can do that, but I can't. I have no magazines. I get Women Within, and there's just nothing there that even wants to jump out at me and work with something. It just really is not something that I can do. But I get that. I get Catherine's. So I get clothing magazines, a couple, and that's it. I don't get junk mail. I used to get tons of junk mail, and then my husband's like really tired of the junk mail situation. So I put a stop to all my junk mail. What I did is a lot of it comes with a stamped envelope for where you just send stuff back. Well, I just sent the stuff back with no money or anything in it and just send it out and telling them take me off your mailing list. And so that's why all my scrap the junk mail I don't get anymore. I used to get like a stack like this every day, and now I'm not getting hardly any, one or two pieces maybe, depending on what it is. When I do get something, I do cut it out. I have a little folder that I put it in. Let me move this out of the way here. Pull this out here. All right, I found something we can talk about. There we go. This is the folder that I keep Happy Mail in that I have received from different people. And I keep what cutouts I have found. I keep them in here. So that's just little Happy Meal stuff. Put it over here out of the way. But these are some of the cutouts I have found. I found this. I do get some Christian organization magazines. And I've got this one right here, which I think is just says faith. Whoops. Faith always looks forward. It faces the future full of expectancy and faith in God. And I just thought that little girl was cute, the baby running. I just thought it was cute. I thought she's cute. So I cut her out. I got, let's see. Let me pull this out. Now, if I can grab my husband's junk mail before he gets to it, then I'm happy because I got something like, I got this little woman with her flag, and this right here. And I got this boat on the river. I like water, so it works out. And a sunset over the beach. And then a castle. I've got this castle I found that I think is really cool. And then because I grew up in Texas, I found this in one of my husband's books, and I like it. I had to have it, so I put it in my little stuff that I've cut out book. Little lighthouse and little bird. I don't even know, is that a crane? Could be. I'll send this to you, Beth, to put up in your bird journal. I've got a little stack of stuff over here that as I've been talking, I've been finding. But I'll stick in an envelope for you. Now, I found this. I don't remember what kind of catalog it was on, but if you see all of these, those are all stained glass windows. Let me see if I can move my thumbs. It looks like it's in a restaurant, and it is all stained glass. I want to say it's in Mexico. And then this one, I like this just because of the bowls being blown in glass. It's just pretty to me. Blown glass is I just like it. What else? I've got some words in here. I've got an American butterfly. I can't keep like butterflies all together. I don't know if y'all can or not, but I would like to be able to say, okay, this is my little butterfly bag. You know, I'm gonna put all my butterflies in this. I'd lose the bag. I'd forget I had it and put the butterflies in something else. I'm just scatterbrained like that. Will I get there one day? I hope so. I hope I will, but not today. It's not happening today. And then I saw this, the water being that purple and blue around it was really cool, I thought. And then some words I found, just words, and then some puffins. I like puffins. They're just cool. Hold on just a second. I'm live, honey. Yes, I'm live. That's okay. Well, it was not closed all the way. I tried to close it all the way, it just didn't. Sorry about that. It happens. I know it happens because I've heard Beth's husband come in too. So it happens. So I've got all these words. Live to explore different little bushes and rosemary and whatnot. Okay, Beth. Different things. So I've got all these pretty little things. This was very interesting to me. I'm not sure where this is at, but it's like how they do their lights in their city. And it's really pretty, I think. Let me put this away. Now, I had a partner in a different group that sent me that does jelly printing. And we shared what we call our scraps. Now, her scraps and my scraps are totally different. I think her scraps are wonderful and lovely, and I enjoy them completely. But I am going to let her know that I'm sharing this with y'all because she's not going to mind at all. Plus, I don't think she'd be seeing my YouTube, Facebook. She may, but I don't think so. But she sent me some paper, and it's got textured paper. And if you look at it, the texture is different in different spots. So I think that's unique, and I find it fun to put on the gel plate. Here's some tissue paper. I have not used tissue paper on the gel plate yet. She sent me a lot of different tissue papers. This is all tissue paper. This, I am almost certain, just because of the feel of it and the size of it, this is a dryer sheet. And she used it to wipe off paint with. And then probably just set it out to dry. Because there's glitter in it. I don't know if she was working with metallics or not, but let me see if you can see the glitter in it. There's glitter in it, which I think is really cool. It was fun to watch. And this is another piece of this is the wax paper. Piece of wax paper. And she sent me, now I don't know if this is called burlap. I don't think so. I don't think that's what it's called. I forget what this is called, but it's going to be really cool on the gel plate. Let me grab this over here. There we go. That way maybe you can see it better. I think it'll work really cool on the gel plate. And you know, Doretha was having some problems using stencils on her gel plate, so I told her Friday we'll do that. I will work with stencils, and so we would do that come Friday. We would set up to do that. And then she sent me some gauze. Now it is thick. It feels like she had to have glued it to get it to do what it's doing, because it's heavy feeling, where gauze really isn't heavy. But so I think she must have glued it or used some type of medium to get it to be open like this. But I am really excited about putting this on my gel plate and seeing what it does. Very, very excited about doing that. Let me just go ahead and put this gel plate stuff over here. Okay. Put you over there. I think I need you. More tissue paper. We're pretty tissue paper. Some of the tissue paper, I'm like, I don't think I want to put anything on it. No, And little scraps like this, which are fun to put on anything, you know. Little scraps you can do, like I have seen. Cindy has used little scraps like this on in her journals. She'll just get it and make a bookmark or something out of this. But here's one of her quote unquote scrap print offs. And I can tell this is from a stencil. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I like the colors. What am I going to do with it? I don't know yet, but you know what? It'll be going as far as the backing part of a postcard. Uh, I can make it a backing part for an ATC. I can use it for in a journal for journal pieces and such, and that type of thing. And then here is another piece. What is it on? It's just on thin paper, real thin paper. It looks like she was working on circles so where she could get what she liked. But that's fun. That is probably a lid. Trying to see just from trying to guess from what the circles look like. I want to say a lid. Maybe these small ones are lids. And this one maybe a lid. These bigger ones, I don't know. Not sure. They're fun. You want to do that? Just pick 5 things out of here and make a page with it. We could do that. I haven't showed it all to y'all, but we're running a little late. It's already been an hour since I've been on. Y'all want to stay with me and do something, or do you all want to wait until Friday? Let's see what the group situation says here. I don't want to take up everybody's afternoon. You want to do it now, Beth? No, Beth. Okay, Beth, I got you. Steph's like, now, go for it now. All right, I'm going to go through these, and I will pick up a few of them. I'm not going to be doing any gel printing. I'm not going to be doing any of that. I'm not going to be having paper and gel printing. My desk is a small sitting area. That's what my desk is. Now I've got everything around the room around me, but my workstation is not that big. So let's pick up a few. Ooh, I like this. There's a butterfly on it and some flowers. So I'm going to set that aside. Let me put this over here with the gel printing stuff. Ooh, she painted on some paper. Put that aside. She did some metallic paper on some brown paper. Some metallic work paints. Some more circles. Some more circles with different paper. I like this color. Let's go with that. That's fun. Some yellows. I'm wondering if this is rice paper. I mean, it's not as thick as your regular paper is, and it's not as thin as your other stuff. So it could be rice paper. I'm not sure. Or heavy. It's not regular copy paper. I'll just put it that way. Let's see what else grabs me. Oh, I like that. Get it up here in the camera. It kind of shimmers like that. We'll put that over there for us to play with. Ooh, she was using some inks. Tell that right there. She used some inks on it. And then just some other pages. All right, ladies, let me get this stuff put away right quick. I will grab a book for us to work in. I think I have one over there. Or yet, I will grab I have a Bible journal that I have done artwork in for since 2019. 2020. I've worked on that. Let me pull it out and we can work with some of that in there. Let me tuck this back here. Let me get this put away. Here. Let me grab me a glue stick. Got me a pair of scissors up here. Now, what did I do with that? Oh, it would be behind everything. That's okay, though. Y'all just talk amongst yourselves, and if you can't hear me, let me know, because I'm going to keep talking. There we go. See if I can move this. All right, go down. There we go. Okay, no problem. There we go. Got it out. Got it out with no disasters or anything. This is my journal note, my art book. It's a Bible. It's called, I was doing Bible journaling. And we can do a flip through of it if you want to. If not, I'll just pick a page and we can go for it. So if you want to do a flip through of some of the stuff that I've done, I can do that. I'm open to suggestions today. Very open to suggestions today. Steph, what do you want to do? Do you want to look at all this other stuff? The other stuff that I've done, or just get to work on a page? Let's see what Steph is what. She's the one that seemed to be wanting me to get going today, so I will let her have it. Let's just pick an empty page here. Get to work. All right, Beth, I will do that. All right. Okay, it's an empty book page. Nothing going on. Did I put that away? No, I didn't. I think I'm going to use some of the pictures and stuff that are in this bag too, as well. Okay, use that big one. All right. Now I'm not cutting this paper. I'm just going to rip it. And if the ripping sound bothers you, let me know and I'll get my scissors out, or I'll try to slow down and rip it that way. Let's just work on this one here. Get our glue stick together. Just going to start right in the middle of the page. A lot of people have problems actually using a Bible for their artwork. I don't, because I bought this Bible, this journaling Bible. I bought for the sole purpose of doing this in it. I knew what I was going to do when I bought it. I have no problems doing it at all, because me and the Lord had a conversation, and I'm one of those that use I don't like straight edges. It's bothering me. I don't believe I'll put that down straight edge. I mark my Bibles. I really love my highlighters. Love my highlighters. So, kind of like using it for a glue book right now. Is what I'm doing. Getting the top layer going. And let's see. I think I'm going to put some of this. This is mint. Put some of this on here. Yeah, don't be fussy. Oh. Glue around the edges. The paper's thin in this, so I keep forgetting how thin it is because I haven't worked in it in a while. It's been a while since I've worked in my Bible journal. I did do a lot of work during that time frame. I was mentally not doing well. And so this gave me the okay to create. I think that's why I can do the gel printing and I can do other stuff, is because I've given myself the okay, that it's okay to do whatever you want to do. That there's no rules in artwork. There's no art police. Now, true, there's going to be people with their opinions, but then again, we don't have to take. We can listen to them lovingly, and then we can go on about our loving business, which is generally, what most of us have to do is just go, well, that's nice. I'm sorry you feel that way, and go on. Let me put this over here. What I'm going to do is let me turn this book around so y'all can see what I'm doing. There you go. There you go. Put this mint right here so we know that it is mint. So what are you working on, Beth? You got anything you're working on tonight? I'm learning. I'm learning just to don't worry about it. Pick something up. If you feel you need to rip it, put it down there. What am I going to do with all this stuff? That's my one question. When you're doing artwork, I always think, what am I going to do with this? Where is it going? What's going to happen to it? Uh, you know, where am I? Basically, mine is, where am I putting this? What am I doing with it? Am I going to? I like to give stuff to people. I'm one of those people that I love sending happy mail. I love sending stuff out to people. But you're resting today? Well, that's good. Let me put this up here. Put this down here. Okay, if that's where you want to be, just be there then. So what do the rest of you do with your craft work after you're done with it? After you're through with the glue book? After you're through with the journal? I know, Beth, that you just finished your Fox journal. When you finished, I don't know, you finished a couple journals. What do you do with them after you're finished with them? Do they just sit somewhere to where you can look at them later on? Or what do you do with them afterwards? This corner here. Go. Get this little boat. The water. Save the water. Put him right here. We want him coming out of here. Now we'll put him right here. Right here by this mint. Oh, well, that's a good idea to put to use what you've got for greeting cards, or if you really love something, put it on the wall. You've never made a junk journal? I understand that, Steph. It's not hard. It's just I overthink it. I'm overthinking it. So, and I know I am. It's one of those things. I know I'm doing it, and I just need to sit down, get the stuff together, the tools that I need to do so, and do it, and not get in my head about it. I'm saving this for later on. I've just got to. There's another picture I want to print before I show that. Before that one comes out, I just have to. I think I'm going to use this on this. So I'll just use the whole thing, both pages. That's a good idea, Beth. Just use them as your favorites as coffee table books, and people can just look through them. I don't, my stuff. I am so out there. My artwork is really eclectic. That's a good idea too. My husband already told me that if I come before him, it's trashed. It's going in the trash. So I'm like, okay. I really wish we could get stuff to people other than trash. It's funny because I don't know. I know, Beth, that your husband is very um, welcoming, and it's not that my husband doesn't welcome me doing what I'm doing and all that. It's just it's the look like, oh, look at that top of that. Save that. I want the top off this. Cut this in half so I can use it for this. You know, the looks sometimes are funny. Thinking that the way we look at things, I look at things now, uh, compared to what I did a year ago, is just funny the way I look at things. I mean, now I see, because I'm into junk journaling more, I see things that I can use in anything. It's fun. Now I am one of those too that I would pay somebody first. Like, maybe I would get one of Cindy's books, of her journals that she has, but knowing me, I would then take it apart and gift it out to other people. Does that make sense? That's just me. I enjoy doing things, but enjoy it better. I enjoy it better if I can do something and send it out to somebody instead of thinking, you know, let's sell this or let's do that. I know that for me, I'm not in that spot. I'm not in that place that I can do that. That's good, Beth. You have Jill asking you, do you want this for anything? That's good. We're supposed to be moving, so he's kind of like, what are you doing with this? Why is this in the house? I'm like, I just need it. It's okay. I can pack my room up real quick. It's my workroom. He says we'll take a U-Haul to get my workroom backed up when we go to move. I'm like, no, it won't. No, it won't. Maybe a small one. Maybe a small pod. But no, it's not that bad. I know it looks that bad because of everything being so wide open and stuff, that it looks like I have a dang craft store in my workroom. Now, do you know what I did? I'll tell you what I just did. I done put that thing upside down. See if I can peel it off. Don't run in it. Come on. You know you want to pull up and let me turn you around. Come on. know you want to do it. You know you want to. Come on. I just want to turn you around. Not that big of a deal. It's sad when you're crafting and you're talking to paper, expecting it to answer you. Yeah. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. I am hopeful. If I know that I'm getting sick or something, that I will start sending stuff off to people. I did it again. That I will start sending stuff off to people. That I will go, okay, I'm sick. I'm not going to be able to keep doing this. I have all this stuff that I've made. Let me get into people's hands instead of throwing it out. That's just me, though. The cost of shipping. The cost of shipping keeps going up. I'm gonna have some issues because I like to mail stuff out. I like sending stuff to people because it's the surprise of them getting something that they're not expecting is what makes me happy. Yeah, I bet you have because shipping's gotten so expensive. I mean, I'm lucky that I found out that the postage stamp was going up. So before it did, I think they go up this weekend, aren't they? Don't they go up this weekend or the first? Tomorrow? I'm not sure. I know sometime in August. It may be tomorrow. Me and my husband, he went out and got a roll for me, a roll of 100 for me, to where it may already went back up. Went up. I don't know. He got me a roll of 100 stamps to where I would have them at the same price as what it was before, the forever stamps. So I wouldn't have to pay that extra 5 cents per stamp. Well, it's not extra. Yeah, it is. Actually, it's 5 cents per stamp. I'm not going to be gel plating or playing with paint. I'm going to turn a fan on. Hold on a second. There we go. It's getting warm in here. That's I had to do it. You have to stack up, Especially I know sending little, like Beth says, one stamp Happy Mail, And I'm sorry, who can do one stamp Happy Mail? If you can, God bless you, because I don't think I can do it. I mean, I'm trying very hard with the postcards to keep them to one stamp and the little bit of goodies in it, but it's hard for me. It's really hard. Let's see. Do I want that under that? No. No, I want this. Let me draw this. Get rid of all this stuff. And you were shipping all that stuff out, but everybody was paying for their shipping. Yeah, I'm anything I do it from my finances. It comes from my finances. We have my husband, pays the bills. He does that. If this is my artwork type stuff, I feel that that's something I need to take care of. So I try very hard to make sure I am paying for my shipping of stuff out, of craft supplies and stuff like that, of kind of like my foo-foo stuff. So, I try very hard to take care of that myself. Now, sometimes I have gone overboard, and so it happens, and you have no stamps. You got to go check online, Beth, and see if they've gone up yet, because they weren't from 68 cents a stamp to 73. I know it's 5 cents. It was they upped it 5 cents. I just don't know when it was going to hit. I knew that's what they were going to do, but that's why he got me a whole roll of the forever stamps, because it don't matter with them being forever. I can sit on that table in there for a year and still be what remarkable. Let me see. Put you over here. Oh my God. Some of my words are big. Oh, there's one. What I need to do, Beth, is go through the books that I got from you and start doing some creative cutting and get some words out of them and some other stuff. That's what I should do this evening, is just sit down and watch television with my husband and cut stuff out. But where am I going to put it? Where do you put it? After you cut it out, you know, it's a piece of paper, a little piece of paper, mind you. Where are you going to put it? Where do you keep them? Man, I'm like looking around my workroom going, I ain't even got a clue where I would put it. I mean, it's like every square inch of this room is full of something except the middle of it, to where I have room to go from one place to the other. There we go. It's grow time. We all need to grow. A lot of sayings here. This stuff has to dry before I can flip a page, though. So I like this. It says, lose yourself in every moment. Like, clear baggies. This is true. I do have a lot of bags of these type bags. If y'all want any, let me know, and I will put them in a lovely container for y'all. When I mail something out, I'll fold one up in your envelope. But they're these. They're see-through. You can see through them on this side and then there, like this, shiny on the other. And I got all sizes in these. All. When I'm saying all sizes, I mean all sizes. Because I was actually helping somebody ship some of her stuff out. I was using those bags, and ended up not doing it anymore. So I have a pile of those type bags. That's a good idea, Beth, is making use of those bags. That's what I finally put this cut up stuff into. Was one of those bags, because I couldn't think of anything where else to put it. Let's see. Put a leaf there, I think. Yes, it would. They would be fun to cut up. I haven't cut one up actually to make flowers out of. I haven't gotten that. I hadn't thought about it actually. I'll be honest. I didn't think about it. But yeah, that it could be. The thing is, these are considered different size envelopes, and so they charge you more to mail them. Why, I don't know, but they do charge you more to mail those out, which I think is ridiculous, but nobody asked me. I don't want to cover that up. So rip that off. Beth, are you giving the names of everybody whose names we got for the postcard thing tomorrow night? This is true. That is true, Steph. They're pretty inexpensive too. Those envelopes are. You're doing it tomorrow. Well, I'm gonna peek in. I can only on your nights. I can go in for a little bit, say hi, how's everybody doing, and whatnot, and that's about it because my husband's off work at by 6. We're eating dinner by 6 o'clock, so that's why I haven't been able to stay in hardly at all. Um, if you could just give me a list, because I'm going to do like Jazzy is. I'm just going to do everybody, and so just send me the list, and I will get that. And I've already got some of them because I know people who I've seen a lot, come in. So I've got quite a few already done up. I just need to figure it out. I wish I could stay more in, but okay, yeah, that'd be great, Beth. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What else do we have over here? That is too big. That's too big. Some trees. Put that under here. So under here. That under there. That leaf. What I'm going to do is I am going to get this, let it dry while I think of something else to put in it. I'm going to mark it. I have a mark deal here, bookmark that I will mark the page with. Is it dry there? Okay, glue's dry there, glue's dry there. I'm going to mark it for us to see next time we get together. I know Friday I may open it up Friday and let y'all see what it looks like. I was going to show y'all the postcards that I did Monday, but I didn't think about it and I put them in envelopes to be mailed out. So they're all gone. I only got 3 left. I made what? I was going to show the cards that I did. We worked on Monday, but I actually got them in envelopes and shut them up instead of waiting. I got a little ahead of myself, so I didn't get them done. But I did get the ones everybody was wanting done up. That's why they're in envelopes now. Is because when y'all said you wanted certain ones, I put them in there. Yeah, I put them up on Friday. You told me which one you wanted. I already have it in an envelope for you, Teresa. It's already in there. I already got it shut up and done up. Waiting on you. I'm going to let y'all go. We've been at this for an hour and a half, and I just think it's silly how much I got done after I finally started talking to y'all. But I appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you for coming and yakking with me and get me going this afternoon. And we will get together Friday and do some more gel printing. And we'll see if we can't get Doretha feeling a little more confident with what she's doing. I'll see y'all later. Bye.